Hi everyone, I'm Allison, and it's an honor to share a bit of my story with you. So I was raised by wonderful, loving parents. I was one of four girls, and we had a really happy childhood. My parents were so caring and devoted and taught us right from wrong, and my sisters and I were very close. We used to have so much fun together. We played outside together all the time. They were my best friends. It was really a wonderful childhood. We were also very involved in the church, which was really sort of like an extended family to us. My sisters and I were very involved in the church youth group. We used to go all the time, and we had so much fun, and we learned so much, and they were some of our best friends. It was really wonderful. Very happy childhood. Despite all of this, two of my sisters ended up becoming involved with alcohol and then drugs, and it spiraled out of control. They got in over their heads, and I actually ended up losing both of them to their addictions, one of them in 2003, just before she turned 30, and one of them in 2016, just before she turned 50. And when you lose someone to addiction, you actually lose them in stages over time. You lose the essence of who they were. You know, my sisters had been so vibrant and gifted and bright and just solid and beautiful people, and they had so much to give. And over time, with the addiction, you know, their lives became heavy and dark and sad and painful, and that was just extremely difficult to watch. Very difficult, obviously, for my parents to watch their daughters go through, and very difficult for me to watch my sisters go through and to watch my parents, because as a daughter, you want to protect your parents. You want them to be happy and loved, and you don't want them to feel heartache and pain. So it was a very, very difficult time in all of our lives. Addiction is really like a cancer that spreads throughout an entire family, and if you've ever experienced addiction in your own family, then you know exactly what I mean. It's excruciating. It's very painful, and it was such a loss to lose them when they died, because then there's no hope left that they'll recover on earth. But again, you lose them over time. You lose them in stages. I also ended up losing my dad to Alzheimer's in 2015. He battled the disease for about 11 years. And again, as with addiction, this is a disease that you lose your loved one over time in stages. My dad was a wonderful man, just bubbly and full of life and life of the party, and just such a caring, compassionate man. And he was a wonderful man till the day he died. But you do lose that person who they had been, their spirit, a lot of their spirit and their spunk over time. And it was a very, very painful thing also to watch my mom go through, again, losing someone that she loved so dearly, and to lose them over time, and to have to go through such a prolonged period of losing that person is very difficult. So very difficult for me to see her go through that, and very difficult to lose my dad. But, you know, my parents, the older I get, I guess, the more I realize how much who they are or were, and the love they gave me, and the messages that they instilled in me, how they have stayed with me, and they really are my reason. They're part of who I am today, and they're part of what I feel, the love and compassion I feel. My dad was just, I think he existed on this earth. He got to a certain point in life where all he wanted to do every day was to make other people feel loved. And that's how he lived his life. And just a dear, dear man. And my mom has always been so strong and so caring and so compassionate, and she also just lives to do things for other people and to be there for other people. And I realize how much I've carried that with me into my life, and more I just want to live that out. You know, I want to almost not make them proud, but it's part of who I am, and I want to honor them by carrying that forward. In my own parenting journey, I've realized how important it is to choose faith in our parenting over fear. And I think for me, with what I saw happen with my sisters, it has been very natural at times to go to a place of fear instead of faith. But I have just realized how important it is that we continue to infuse faith in our children, and that they know we believe in them, and that we know that they're going to do great things, and they're going to do well, and they're going to get through struggles, and they're going to learn from their mistakes. And it's just so important, I think, to parent from that place of faith. And it's something that I continue to be mindful of, and I continue to realize some of the struggle that I have in that area. So that's really what I wanted to share, just, you know, how important it was for me to see that faith in my parents over the years, even with everything they went through, and how much I carry not only that faith, but the love and the compassion that they demonstrated throughout my entire childhood. So thank you for letting me share. I look forward to watching more of your stories, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thanks.